Welcome to the Canvas course site for EEX 3226. Up here at the top, you'll see the course listed as well as the section and control numbers. We're looking at the home page. In the future, you'll see recent activity related to this course, messages, announcements, etc. To access your courses, you click here on Courses, Assessment of All Young Children. By clicking here, it gives you access to this main menu for the course. The first place you should go to is the syllabus. This page gives you a brief overview of the assignment summary as well as links to the syllabus itself as well as the content outline. You will frequently see print or have available to you electronically or print and bring. For items listed as print and bring, it is expected that you print the hard copy and bring to class as we would be using that document in class. For items that are listed print or have available to you electronically, I will be referring to them in class, and it'll be nice if you can access that electronically on one of your devices. But you still have the option to print and bring it as well. The main content for the course will be found under this section, Modules. Here you have listed all the pages and the learning units associated with this course. Begin Here has a welcome to the course telling you that Canvas will be used as a learning management system and all your materials will be available here. The important notice that this is a hybrid course and when the dates that we're meeting, how and when you can contact me, and list of the required texts for the course. Please order your texts right away as you will need them beginning the first day of class. It is expected that you would have read chapters 1 and 2 of this Wortham and Hardin book, and we will need the monograph book shortly thereafter. I'm going back to modules to access the learning units. Syllabus is listed here again. Shortly after drop add, you'll be added to a learning group. We will use these learning communities as in-class activity units. After drop add, you'll be assigned randomly to a learning group. Please come back here to see where you are assigned. The test administration interpretation project is the main critical assignment for this course. These are resources that will help you to complete this assignment. I will go through each section during class and refer back to these areas of this learning unit. Study notes are another assignment that you will be completing for this class. And again, these resources will help you complete the study notes, templates, rubrics, which articles they're based on, and what are study notes and how they should be completed. The main content for the course begins here, Learning Unit 1. As you can see, this corresponds to our January 10th meeting. All learning units are laid out similarly where they have an agenda, PowerPoints, or other handouts, the activity for that session, as well as assignments, links to assignments that might be due within that learning unit. There are unit recommended activities. These are questions and assignments that you complete on your own time that will help you acquire and generalize the content. It will also help you prepare for the quizzes for this course. From hereafter, you see duplicates of learning units, each corresponding to each session that we're meeting, laid out similarly. This is Learning Unit 3, corresponding to February 7th, 4, corresponding to February 21st, 5, corresponding to March 14th, 6, corresponding to March 28th, 7, and the final learning unit corresponding to April 18th. As you can see, each of these are listed similarly, have assignments at the end, as well as activities or things that we will be using in class. Let me go back to Learning Unit 1 for a second. Show you what the agenda looks like. It will be added shortly here. And then once you are within a learning unit, you can use this next button to move around within the learning unit. The PowerPoints, as you can see, the PowerPoints are you're told that you can either print or have available to you electronically in class. This is a document that you would need to print and bring to class. So again, pay attention to these directions on what you are to do with each of these documents. It is useful that you've read all of them, but some of them we'll be using in class, so you should print and bring. Jigsaw is an activity that we'll be using, an interactive activity, to demonstrate your knowledge of the reading and the main content for that section. Here you will have listed instructions on the jigsaw, and shortly before the class session, I will put the actual template here for the jigsaw that we'll be using that day. You have to interact with the course site quite regularly in order to prepare and be prepared for class. The first assignment that would be due electronically is that you select and identify a child for your TAIP project. You would upload that assignment here. And as you can see, there's a template provided here where you should add your information. So you should click on submit, copy this, add your information, and upload it. And then the last portion of this learning unit are the recommended activities I mentioned earlier. There are recommended activities corresponding to each chapter. And again, if you prepare these, then you'll be best prepared for the quizzes and other projects for this course. As you enter the end of a learning unit, you'll see a pop-up here that tells you by clicking next, you'll be entering the next learning unit. You can either enter it that way, or you can come back to modules, which allows you to jump around a bit more. Canvas is a little different than Blackboard, but it is quite intuitive, and some say a little bit clearer than Blackboard, as things are listed all up front here. If you're unclear about how to use Canvas, there are resources provided to students that will help them acquire and learn about Canvas. You can always go to help. The help is available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And there are resources for students as well as for faculty in learning about Canvas. This brings me to the end of my mini Canvas tour of this course site. Thank you for listening.